Rwy'n Cyrhirloch, Dalki na Scola, Furlan na Scola, Tish Mahoney from Tumahacha, Guloshla. Consultation, imagine. Are you in good form this morning? I sincerely hope you are. We're in a beautiful place, aren't we?
Yep.
Fabulous location. You can see clear all the way, right across to the Mourne Mountains. If you could make a person very quickly here. But it's lovely to be in a place and in a space that people have invested so much of themselves in. This school has so many unique characteristics. It's a place set up by parents for their children. Nobody commits their children to the care of a place unless they have huge faith and trust in it. So the parents invested their own faith and their own trust in this place from the outset, setting it up with their vision for what they wanted for their children, the best. They wanted the best for their children. I think it's a lovely name too, isn't it? The name Rockbrook, sitting together. I don't know what the history of it is, and maybe it's one of those names that gets changed in the telling. But I like the idea of the rock and the brook, because the rock speaks to me of endurance, resilience, strength. Something that is hard to shake, hard to move, because it has just that quality of courage and innate strength. And then the brook tells me of something that is ever renewing, ever changing, joyful, bubbling, life-giving, energy-giving, that has a source and has a destination. And the destination, at destination, it may be very different from the source. I think of, actually, when I got in the car, I was told that the Mourne Mountains could be seen on a clear day. And my mother is from a sheep farm on the Mourne Mountains. And outside her grandfather's door, where my mother actually was raised, as you open the front door, you step over what looks like just a puddle. Actually, that puddle is the start of the mighty Lagan by the time it gets to Belfast. Of course, it's a mighty river. But you could describe it as a brook, and that is indeed how it is described locally. It's a little brook, and it's an extraordinary thing that little puddle at the top of the Mourne Mountains flows out to the sea then in Belfast. And I'd like to think that what the parents here, when they founded the school those years ago, they wanted for their children that character of resilience, of inner strength, a value system that would last them a lifetime, that would endure over all life's ups and downs. And there would be many over the course of a lifetime. And so they invested here that value system that we heard draws so much from the thinking. Well, it's a Christian ethos, it's a Catholic ethos, but it draws very definitively from the great vision of St. Josemaria Escriva, the idea of, way before his time, I have to say, of a people of God, who each one of them were in their place and in their space and in their lives, called to individual holiness, called to make themselves strong, importantly, called to make themselves sources of good in the world. And we know goodness can be taught, so can badness. We know that. Lord knows we can see plenty of examples of that. Goodness can be taught. It can be watched, it can be absorbed by children who see it in the world around them. And here we have parents who honour just so fully that great statement in our Constitution, which says that the parents, it is the family, it is the parents who are the primary educators of their children. That's where the responsibility lies. We bring children into the world. It is for us as parents to educate them in all the senses that education is experienced. Religious, moral, physical, emotional, educational, all those areas. We have to take that responsibility, and here in this school, you take that responsibility so earnestly, so seriously. And yet, there's joy at the heart of it, because at the heart of it is the introduction to each one of the young men who comes across the door of this school, introduction to their best self, because that's really what school is. It's a journey, first of all, into the self. What am I made of? What's my character? What could I be good at? What could I be helped to become good at? And I'm very sure that those who gave us that wonderful music a moment ago. I'm sure it didn't sound anything like that the first day you played it, did it? No, only a mother could have listened to it the first time. Speaking as the mother who's done the three kids with the violin lessons, we never ever got to those levels of excellence, believe you me. Don't think we got her rocking on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star script for 2 whole years. Only the ears of a mother could respond with love and affection to it. And we know that when we practice something, and when we put our hearts and souls into it, when we have a good teacher and a good student, then there is the joy of, you get these, the student gives 100%, the teacher gives 100%, then you get what we just got earlier there. You get something that is 200%. Actually, it's a lot more than 200%. The mathematics of it are extraordinary. And that is what a school helps our young people to discover about themselves. If they commit to the opportunity, because school is only an opportunity, if they commit to the opportunity, give of their best, they experience themselves, they surprise themselves, they surprise their parents, hopefully. They, not shocked, just surprised. They bring home the new self, the renewed self, the self that is growing strong, becoming the rock, but is also the stream that is growing, the brook that is bubbling, that is seeing and experiencing new things and bringing such new joy into new life. Experiencing sport, experiencing all the subjects that you study here, being good at them or finding them tough, and then finding the character to face into that toughness. Making new friends, coming from other countries, going to other countries, experiencing new cultures, putting it all together in your head and asking yourself, where do I stand in the world? What contribution do I make, this one human being? And then drawing the answer from St. Maria Scriva, who says, your role as an individual human being in the world is the most important thing in the world. It is the single most important thing, because one person doing something well is a whole lot better than one person doing something very badly. That's the first thing. And the person doing it well challenges others to follow, challenges others to be good, is the light in the world, the light that allows people to believe, to hope that good ultimately triumphs in our world and not the bad, not the darkness. So I want to say a very big thank you for allowing me to share this day that you have prepared for so much. My children and my daughters it's what I should call them Loretto girls, but I'm very conscious that in the audience there's a young girl from County Down who was in school with them when they were then Louis girls. But when they came to Dublin, they became Loretto girls, and I went to visit their school in Stephen's Green, a place that you know well because the school started there. And anyway, I looked out at an audience, there were about 400 people in the audience, 398 of them looked like they were happy to see me, and 2 of them looked miserable. I was unfortunately related to both of them, and they looked like they wished they were anywhere else on some other planet, that some other person's mother was up there. And when they came home, I said to them brightly, I said, well, how did it go? Hoping that I didn't completely disgrace them. And my daughter Emma said to me rather archly, she said, it's all very well for you. She said, you just wanted in your good suit and make a speech. She said, you should have been in the school yesterday. That's when all the hard work was on. And she said, we also discovered, she said, from the lather of work that had to be done, she said, in preparation for your visit, that a visit from the President is infinitely worse than having your mother visit your bedroom. So that was me told. And so I know that a lather of work has gone into preparing for this day. People have made such an effort to be here to prepare a joyful welcome. Why? Because you're proud of this place. You're proud of what happens here. You're proud of what is invested in it. And on a special day like this, when someone comes to visit, you want them to go back, imprinted with a memory of a place where people cared about goodness in the world, and they invest in it every day through our young people, who are the source of our future, and the only source through their lived lives of future goodness in the world. You invest in that by investing in them. This wonderful new building is an absolute credit to you. It is truly wonderful and remarkable that such a small group and an intimate group of people are able to construct something so wonderful and put it in the service of their children's education. And since I got the chance to meet so many of the young men coming in through the door and listening to what they're doing, their enthusiasm for what they do, their graciousness, their mannerliness, their sheer joy in life was just so evident. And that is down it's down to you, it's down to their parents, their primary educators, helped by a team here of staff who work with you. That relationship is so important. So can I thank you, because the investment that you make here in each one of these utterly unique human beings, no two of them the same, no two will go the same in life's journey, even if they're identical twins. I speak as the mother of twins. Dear Lord, how can twins be so different? Anyway, you know better than I. No two who come through the door will be the same. They will not have come the same life's journey, nor will they go the same life's journey. And yet they have got to be equipped with their own individual skills and talents and genius and that character, that internal rock that will always be there to be leaning on over a lifetime. You've got to help equip them with that. That's what this school does, with the help, with the partnership with parents. But it's way, way more important than even just the investment in the one human person, because that one strong person who is a rock for themselves, infused with a character of goodness and virtue, that person is then a wonderful, wonderful civic, colleague, friend, husband, father, politician, doctor, lawyer, teacher, dentist even, whatever it is, artist, dancer, footballer, whatever it is, friend, whatever it is you become and grow into, whatever it is you are in this moment, if you are strong, if you are a problem solver, you are strong for all of us. You're strong for our civic society. And that is why you are, that is why we owe you so much. That is why we owe so much to parents who take so seriously and so conscientiously that role, that inimitable role, that extraordinary and noble role of being the parent who takes full 100% responsibility for investing and investing well in the full education of their children. Thank you for that. You invest in your child, you invest in our country, and importantly, you invest in the good that our country is capable of. For a real Mahagib, thank you for this wonderful